niggas that just like some huggies. I'm dapper damn frat, watch a nigga hit the ducket. Hoe on the road, moving peas in the bucket. Young nigga getting it in right now, thuggin'. Yeah. Young nigga getting it in right now, thuggin'. Hey.
GNP, the Bennett, the Lord of my witness. Mr. P. Fly Frank, checking in for another look. Putting it down and picking it up in a mission. So, today we're going to talk about in the game and even in the square life about the 3 F's. I put up 4 but 3. But anyways, the 3 F's, like I said: feeding, fucking, financing. And we're gonna break down all 3 of them and get to the motherfucking definition of the meaning behind them, understanding the full dynamics of them, and not just going off the basing of the soul words. You feel what I'm saying? So, with that being said, we're gonna start with the motherfucking me feeding. Now, what is the feeding? When it comes to the feeding, the feeding is basically, how do you feed this person? What type of substance, what type of debt that you have imbued in yourself that you bring to this person that fills them up mentally, physically, spiritually, and so forth and so on, to where when they motherfucking get the slightest bit of time with you, it's like they done got forever with you. You understand what I'm saying? So, just to go deeper into that, that means when it comes to, I'm gonna just give you 3 topics on the feeding. Since we talking about the 3 F's, we're gonna put 3 topics on all 3 of them. So, with that being said, the first topic in that feeding is, are you feeding their brain? You understand what I'm saying? Because knowledge is gonna give you the power to do majority of the things on this earth that you can ever do. So you gotta be able to feed a motherfucker knowledge overall. Secondly, you gotta feed a motherfucker morals. And when I say feed a motherfucker morals, that means that you have to live by, die by, and never fold on any of the things that you want this person to understand, that what I'm telling you, what I'm instilling in you, is what it is for us to succeed and for us to continue in order to feed. So with that being said, it's that one. And then you got your third one, which is how a motherfucker actually progresses with you. So it's just like with a good dog. Yeah. When you got a good dog, say a large breed dog, the way you feed that dog is the way that large breed dog is gonna turn out. You could have a big, pretty coat, muscular, do everything you need him to do, loyal as hell dog. You can have a motherfucker that's underfed, underappreciated, and they don't get to grow to their full potential because you're not feeding them correctly. So that's the 3 motherfucking topics on the feed. So we moving on to the fucking. Now, what is the fucking? When it comes to the fucking, it's not just dick and pussy and all that old philosophical ass shit that majority of the masses get distracted in and they use as vices and collaterals to make a person feel like because they gave themselves to them or they spent time with them and they feel like they didn't get what they want out of the time, that, you know what I'm saying, it's just, you know, they being fucked. So here's the thing. When it comes down to that, yes, a person can feel like, you know what I'm saying, they being underappreciated in a situation and so forth and so on. But what is best not to do, what you shouldn't do, and I'm not going to say can't because most motherfuckers fall victim to doing it. So what's best not to do is to try and compare what you did for a motherfucker that you in a situation with to what they have done for you. Or, most importantly, try to express what you have done for a person so vigorously that you give the assumption and the impression that everything that you is doing or that you are doing excuse me, is way beyond and above what the person that you are in a situation with has done, does, or can do. Meaning you feel like you are the top priority. Anything that you do, any action, any output, and so forth and so on, is more important and more valuable, not invaluable, because we're gonna get to the invaluable, but more valuable than the person that should be your partner in a situation, because you're laying down with them, you're probably sucking and fucking, well, not probably, but you're sucking and fucking, and you're probably running all kind of motherfucking philosophical sorry nothings that, you know what I'm saying, ain't no action being taken upon. So the things that you saying, you just talking out your ass and you fucking the situation. You not motherfucking actually grooming the situation to where you can make love to it and make love out of it. You understand what I'm saying? If you catching the drift of that. So don't get fucked in the situation. Make sure you put yourself in a situation where the fucking is mutual and the fucking is beneficial. You understand what I'm saying? Over, you know, it just being, you know what I'm saying, some dick and pussy type ass situation. You know what I'm saying? Well, nothing from nothing leads to nothing. I'm gonna say that one more time. Nothing from nothing leads to nothing. So, if you're a 304, this is why you're a 304, because you're trying to be the complete opposite of that. Something from nothing leads to something. Get paid for them to get laid, and you do something with that money for you to get more paid. You ain't got no good folks. It's hard to find something right now. Hold your money. Keep your money in your pocket and save that shit. And don't motherfucking try to get out here trying to portray yourself as some renegade ass faggot bitch because you had some bullshit folks and now you just saying fuck everybody else in the game. Let's stop that. Let's put an end to that, because that's a part of the fucking as well. On your half and on the motherfuckers that you chose to continue to pay and continue to lay with after they showed you you hold no real value to them. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm going to break it down to you before we move off of the fucking. When a hoe holds real value to some real pimping, it's just a lot of things. You can't even say certain things. It's just a lot of things that the pimping ain't finna do with this bitch. Now, if the bitch going out of pocket, stepping out of line, and so forth and so on, yeah, some checking always gonna be happening. But overall, just being a brute force on the bitch when you really don't have to do that, and yo pimping, which is not this here, should be the only thing that's making this bitch abide, comply, and obtain for y'all to gain, then you the one. But if you got a motherfucking smack up for the bitch to act up right, obviously you have no grips on your game, or this bitch is just not really ready to be in compliance and alliance with you fully, wholly, sincerely, because a lot of bitches like to still do what the fuck they want to do, or feel like they doing what the fuck they want to do. So when it comes down to that, you have to have a bitch, or know that you picking or dealing, settling with a bitch that's ready to, that's ready to commit her will and her force to what your will is, aligning in allegiance. You understand what I'm saying? Whatever you trying to do, hey, listen, I see where you trying to do this shit and how you trying to do this shit and what could come of it. So I'm gonna do my part for you, and I'm gonna do it with my best ability. And what I'm trying to do with myself, just be there for me with what you gonna become, and make sure that I become that as well. And that's when you got a good unison of pimping and hoeing going together. But the game fucked up right now, and it's been fucked up for a long time, because you got your rental car Bentleys and Benzes and all of this type of shit. Motherfuckers selling the bitches the dream before they even become the dream for theyself. Even set up the motherfucking stable to where when you get down with this shit, bitch, you have became a piece to this motherfucking car in order for it to run smoothly and get us on the road from point A to Z. Fuck A to B. We trying to take this shit all away. So that's your position when you get down with a stable, when you get down with some pimping, you the second string, third string, fourth string, whatever. You have to understand that you trying to be a working piece to the motherfucking machine that's gonna get y'all where y'all need to go. You not there to try to motherfucking outshine somebody better than the other, cause it's no other part in any type of machinery that outshines the other. They all work in unison. So all that only bitch syndrome, all that being jealous about another bitch because she might have outdone you this week, this day, and you feel like your folks is showing her a little bit more love, and you already know a motherfucker gotta be tough on you about the sack and what they expect of you. Yes, you trying to fuck the pimping. So don't try to fuck the pimping with all of those bullshit annex and all of that bullshit, and the pimping won't fuck you. Being that they motherfucking fucking off doing all kind of other bullshit, drop you like a hot tamale, whatever, send you back to old Dirty Mac or whatever it may be. You understand what I'm saying? But yeah, that's the motherfucking fucking as far as that. And we gonna move on to the financing. Give me a little sip. So, when it comes to the financing, I mean, it's pretty much self-explanatory with the financing and shit. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, but it's not really self-explanatory, because a lot of y'all are dial that down to, you know, money this and money that and whatnot like that. Listen. Money is a small piece of partners being assets to each other. You understand what I'm saying? small piece. The biggest motherfucking piece to motherfucking me, some pimping and some hoeing motherfucking succeeding, a boyfriend and a girlfriend succeeding, a wife and a husband succeeding, a motherfucking me friends with the benefits. If they motherfucking trying to figure that, well, that don't even matter. They don't matter. But the wife, the boyfriend, the pimping and the hoeing. If any one of them gonna succeed, the first major thing that has to be done is vision. Y'all have to have a vision of, okay, you gotta have your before. Your before is the current. When you meet the motherfucker and y'all, you know what I'm saying, y'all figuring it out and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't talking about just after y'all done fucked and y'all going along with the motion. I'm talking about actually sitting down and, you know, committing crimes to each other for, you know, a good bit of time and, you know, actually figuring shit out, picking the brains. You understand what I'm saying? Surgically. You understand? And y'all actually come up with the vision of, this is me now, this is you now, this is us now coming together, and this is what it could be. And it mutually be agreed upon to where in the end, if there's any motherfucking straying along from the motherfucking path, the defiance, uncertainty, and all of these type of things that happen in situations where people do not plan to actually deal with each other long term, do not actually, and not even deal with each other. I'm gonna rephrase that. People do not plan to grow with each other long term and water each other long term, seed each other long term, so y'all can actually have fruits of y'all labor. And it's not just, oh, we see all these motherfuckers on Instagram that's just doing all of the things that I just explained to you, actually motherfucking planting their seeds within each other, actually motherfucking me watering them seeds, tending to them and caring to them, keeping mind of them every goddamn day. Because the moment you motherfucking try to the moment you try to grow a plant in motherfucking captivity and not in nature, you have to motherfucking be on top of that motherfucker just like a baby. You gotta watch it all the time. You gotta water it all the time. You gotta make sure you snipping and cutting and making sure you getting all of the impurities and imperfections about the shit so you can have a healthy plant, a healthy fruit-bearing plant, healthy rose, whatever the fuck you want to call it. You understand what I'm saying? But you have to have those type of disciplines to those type of responsibilities that come with you making a commitment to something that you want to grow with you. Yeah. So that's part of the financing. Now, another part of the financing is know what the fuck a motherfucker can be good at, is good at, that they don't even know they good at, or you find that shit out. And it ain't even no or. You have to put a motherfucker on the spot. I have done it multiple times, and I always do it. The first thing I'm gonna ask a woman, what are you good at? Because women and a lot of men, which is why y'all a lot alike, and we are a lot alike as far as mind-wise, is the fact that majority of people don't really know what they want to do. They just like the sight of what others are doing. So that influences them in their mind to ideas of what they think that they want to be doing or what they think they want to do. And what I was gonna say is be good at. So anyways, yes, be able to put a person on the spot. Don't go out to joke around. If you want an interview with a bitch, you not there to motherfucking be playing around, laughing around, giggling and all of that type of shit. We'll get to that after we get it understood that it's finna be on the wood. Okay? So that means I need to know what you good at. So when you decide to jump up in this shit and you motherfucking chunking it over and I'm stuffing it, you understand that when I stuff this shit, it's gonna be stuffed and applied to not only what the fuck I want or what the fuck my planning is. You gotta motherfucking have an end game with this shit too. You understand what I'm saying? Because a lot of motherfuckers don't plan for the end game. They only plan for the right now. Because they only want the right now, the instant gratification. You understand what I'm saying? They ain't thinking about what about 5 years from now. Fuck 5 years. 6 months from now, shit can get drastic. So yes, whether you some pimping, whether you some square shit, or you married, you have to have vision, planning, execution, and dedication towards all them three and me, bitch. And vice versa so. And therefore, you will win. Because everybody is working like the machine needs it to be working. The moment you're not greasing the machine, them gears gonna get rusty. Them gears not gonna turn as fast. They not gonna turn as smooth. So if you the grease up in the situation, make sure you the grease at all times. Don't worry about what the gears is doing outside of what the fuck is motherfucking planned and what the fuck is supposed to be done. If you worrying about how well the gears doing their job, you forgetting that you play a part in this motherfucker doing his job so well. So be the grease as well as you can. And you finance us as well as we ever can be. Finance. So, with that being said, it's P. Fly Frank. Just gave y'all a little short something, you know what I mean? And I'm going to drop this on YouTube and IG tomorrow. But, anyways, you know, everybody's stepping in. I ain't going to say everybody, but the select few that, you know what I'm saying, come from the cloth, you know, doing their thing. So I'm gonna step on in and brush shoulders and do my thing too. Like I said, it's P. Fly Frank, GNP the Bennett, the Lord and my witness, and we always doing what the fuck we supposed to be doing. Where the hell is my lighter? I got the bitch in my hand. But anyway, yeah, that's what that's gonna be. But also, check out my music while y'all at it. And, you know, that's going to be GNP Fresh on YouTube and all that other old shit. Spotify, Apple Music, all that old other shit. You know what I'm saying? So whatever music platform that you get your music on, you go get that GNP Fresh. You understand what I'm saying? I got a slew of music, old and new, so you can see how the style came from the beginning to current. And all of that type of shit. I'm a different breed. I'm a different beast. You know what I mean? Working on these videos and whatnot like that. I'm always looking for individuals that want to work. I'm building a camera crew. I need some young ladies that want to do A&R, etc. and so forth and so on. Because like I said, I ain't just woofing when I say GNP the Bennett, the Lord and my witness. I cash checks in that goddamn name. So with that being said, GNP the Bennett, Lord and my witness. Y'all tap in, GNP Fresh, P. Fly Frank, the one with the big bang. Slide.